Hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. One of the most common problems with most website owners is they have this discovered currently not indexed status for multiple pages. If it's a smaller site, it'll probably like one or two pages where Google will scroll currently not indexed. If it's a larger website, it probably have a few dozen or maybe a few hundred, in which case you definitely have a problem. Now, there are a few ways to resolve the crawl currently or the discovered currently not indexed. So there are two statuses here. There's a crawl currently not indexed and there's a discovered currently not indexed. So in this video, we'll focus just on the discovered currently not indexed, which means that Google has found the URL on your website. It may have found it because there was an internal link going to it, and may have also found it because it's in your sitemap.xml. So regardless of how it found, it did find the URL, but it did not index that URL. So the couple of reasons here, towards the end of the video, I will share a reason that I found to be probably the most common reason why the URL is discovered currently not indexed, but it's also highly controversial, which is why I left it towards the end of the video to discuss, because it requires a little more nuance to it. So when you're trying to diagnose these issues, the first thing you'd want to do is check the most obvious reasons. So one of the most obvious reasons is the URL, the page or that URL does not have enough content. So if it has under like 200 words, Google is probably not going to index it. Also, if it's under 200 words and it's very generalized content, for instance, it's let's say 200 words about your company, which is very generic. So it's not like if you replace your company's name with any other company name, it's very generic. So if it's that, you're gonna have a problem getting that page indexed because Google does not see that page as being important. So Google discovered the page, it might even go through the page, find it and say, you know what, this is not a page that adds any value to the search index. Next thing is, if you have a page like that, you probably don't even want it to be indexed. So again, right off the bat, you don't want it to be indexed. You could just remove the page, or just put a no index there, because since Google is not going to index it anywhere, a no index tag will probably serve the purpose. The next thing you'd want to do is you'd want to request indexing via Google Search Console. So if you have a page, you think it has 500 plus words, it's well written, it's human written content, you think it's great content, but Google has indexed it because, it's whatever, it's probably a technical glitch. What you can do is you can go to Google Search Console and you can request indexing. Now, this is, in my experience, more hit or miss, because once you request indexing, give it around a week and then check. If it's not indexed within that week, then you probably wouldn't be indexed using this method, but it's worth giving a shot. The next one is page quality issues. Now, this is a little more extensive, so there are a few things you might want to check on the page. So does the main content have any depth to it? Is the presentation of the page good? So does it have images? Does it have your products? Does it have links to other pages within your website, to external websites? Does it have all of that? Does it have any supporting content on the site? So let's say, you're linking to supporting articles or you're referencing supporting articles within your website, by the way. So add that if it's not already added. The uniqueness of your content and the uniqueness of your perspective. So how unique is your content compared to all the other content on your website? So if it's exactly the same as the other content on your website, you're going to have a problem getting it indexed. You want to also make sure that it's not recursion-rated AI content, even though that's a controversial statement. But if it's just copied and pasted of ChatGPT, you might have a problem getting an index. The next thing is a crawl budget efficiency. Now, unless your website has over 250 pages, you're not going to run into a crawl budget problem. Crawl budget problems are now more common. In the past, if you had like a website that was 400 or 500 pages, you might have crawl budget issues. But now, even if it's like under 250 pages, you will have crawl budget issues. If it's a relatively small site, 100 pages, 150 pages, crawl budget issues are not a big deal. So right off the bat, you can eliminate that if you have a smaller website. But if you have a larger website, there are a few things you might want to check. So are there duplicate URLs with parameters? For instance, you would have a parameter like $? Equals to page 1. We also have a parameter like UTM equals to something. So usually those are the types of parameters that Google sees as being duplicate pages. So Google might decide to index that page, but not the page that you want indexed. So you also might want to have in the instances of pages that have a trailing slash and those without a trailing slash. Keep in mind that pages with a trailing slash are seen as being different from pages without a script trailing slash. So make sure that you have uniformity. Again, it's available both on HTTP and HTTPS, and also that it has it is not served in multiple subdomains. So if you have a website.com and a www.website.com, if you have a URL www.website.com/your page and website.com/your page, both these URLs are being seen as different. So if you have a content on both of these, the subdomain and the root domain, then Google will not index that content. So just give it a shot, take a look if that is a problem. If it is, that requires being fixed before you request Google to reindex the page. The next thing is internal links. Check how many internal links you have to the page. Generally speaking, I would say you should have, depending on the size of the website, you may have around 5 to 15 internal links to a brand new page. If you do not have those internal links to a brand new page, you will have a problem getting it indexed. But it also should be meaningful internal links, not just an internal link just thrown in there, but there should be some technical thought put into it. But if you have internal links to the page, you shouldn't have a problem getting it indexed. You would also want to check if those internal links to the pages, if you have, let's say, 15, 20 internal links to the pages that still not been indexed, then you also want to check if the internal links are only visible in the rendered HTML or the rendered JavaScript and not in the pre-rendered version of the page, or not, i.e. not in the HTML version of the page. If that's the case, Google cannot see your rendered JavaScript page. So if it's just only in the rendered JavaScript page, then you will have a problem. You might want to fix it. And finally, probably the most controversial reason why a page will be discovered and currently not indexed is because it's like another page on the internet, and it doesn't need to be a one-to-one copy. Doesn't need to be a duplicate of another page on the internet. But usually, it's the same point of view, it's the same content, and Google sees no value in it. So one of the ways of checking this is to do a search for paragraphs within your content and to see where else does similar content, not same, similar content appear on the internet. If you see that there are lots of pages that have similar content, that have a similar structure, that have a similar point of view, then there's a reason. Then that's probably the reason why Google is not indexing your content. In that case, you might want to change up the content, give it a rewrite, and fix it. Let me know in the comments below how many pages you have in Discovered currently not indexed, and if you've dealt with this problem before and how you were able to fix it. Like and subscribe about all this, leave a comment below, and guys,